everybody. Welcome to Let's Talk. So, on tonight's show, we are wondering, does God have a gender? Does God even have any really human characteristics that we would know how to identify? You got opinions on this? Please give us a call at 984-400-5656, or go click on the link for the call-in studio and you can call us in there because the show is starting right now.
This is Skeptic Haven. Let's talk.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Let's Talk, the call-in show on Skeptic Haven here every Sunday. I am your host this evening, Helen, also known as Hell's Bells. And tonight, my wonderful, beautiful co-host who looks smashing is Miss Kels King from Detroit Atheist Queen. So tell the people in internet land who you are.
You did a pretty good job. But I am Kelly, better known as the Detroit Atheist Queen, and I am foremost the affiliate leader for Black Non-Believers of Metro Detroit. I also locally am treasurer for Michigan Atheist, and I call screen on here, Skeptic Generation, and anywhere else I'm needed. And I have my own channel with the same name, Detroit Atheist Queen. So that's me in a nutshell.
So yeah, you're everywhere now. So you either take
everybody wants me. I'm getting pulled this way.
Everybody wants your fucking attention, girl. That's the problem.
Like, please stop pulling me.
I remember when you become like the actual atheist queen. You know, you can remember as little people over at Free Thinkers Fireside. Okay,
you will be part of my royal court.
So
know that.
So speaking of Black non-believers, okay, everybody, you're gonna do a thing, guys. Okay, this is what you're gonna do. What you're gonna do is you're gonna do this. Okay, hold on, share screen. There we go. Yay, cool. All right. Hey, everybody, guess what? You're gonna scan on that QR code, all right, and you're gonna go donate to Black non-believers because we're trying to raise $50K for 15 years, and also the reason also why you want to like click on that QR. You can also share it. And also you don't have to give money now. Like if money's a little tight, it's going to be up there for a while.
Yeah.
So, go do that. Just star the link, guys. You don't have to do this stuff. So anyway, and the reason why we're talking about this, why are we talking about this, Kelly?
Because in this economy, we need money to function, to run. There's a lot of things that need to be done. When I go out and I do my meetings, my tabling, and every other thing, I do it with my own money, with my own time. So This is where it helps. It helps for promotional, when we have our conferences, when we do our brochures and everything, that has to be made. So little things like that is very important, just to help us so we can bring on new Black atheists, because I myself and many others did not know there were other Black atheists. So I spent many years being in the house by myself.
So, no, go ahead. When did you stop believing in God, or did you ever believe in God?
I was definitely a believer, and about 2016 is when I was like, this don't seem right to me. It took me about a year to fully deconstruct, and once I deconstructed, and it's so funny, and I tell people I watched Penn and Teller bullshit. That was the first video I watched that had me question.
Oh, okay. Yep. One of their first videos that started doubting psychics was watching a bullshit episode. So I was
really?
Yeah. I was like, oh, okay. So
it don't seem right to me.
So tell everybody what the Revival of Reason is and what you'll be discussing, because you're speaking this year.
You know what? I'm doing so many stuff. She's gonna put me wherever. I know I'm gonna be in.
Well, because you got voluntold. That's what really happened.
Yeah, I don't know. she was. I said, "What do you want me to do?" She was like, "I'll let you know." That's what she basically told me. So, but I know I'm doing the content creating, and last year and this year also will be involved in some of the cooking as well. So that's just a side note out the side. But I'm doing the content creating. I know I'm doing that. Other and maybe I don't know. She told me I'm gonna be in probably every panel, and I might even have to
Are you doing
do a
you and I are
speech.
doing the queer panel together,
Oh,
the queer
oh,
poly
that's right.
panel
Yeah.
together, and I am going to
Okay.
be on the content creator panel.
Okay. So
So
we might be together and everything.
yeah,
I asked.
yeah. Well, like
Yeah.
those are like the only, I'm going to be doing the social media takeover, so to raise all the monies. So that's what
Yes.
I'm doing.
Give like what Cynthia says. Give us all your coins.
Right. Exactly. So I do want to remind people that phone lines are open. Please give us a call at the number right there. So you see it scrolling 984-400-5656. And then if you're outside the USA, please call in on the URL at www.callinstudio.com-show-skeptic haven. So do that, please. Okay. So it's also in the Jubilee Do, guys. You can just go down to the description and click on it.
Yeah.
Do that. Okay, so you can call in because I would like. So okay, like I'm gonna stick with today's topic, but I also want to know. So when I was growing up, because I grew up Catholic,
I did too.
and I grew up in French Catholic, and and like Jesus and God were very white. Besides being Middle Eastern, wow, you look like you're from Europe. Wow. Anyway,
My camera.
fancy that. So like in the like black church, and I know you grew up Catholic as well, right? And then
Yes.
you went in, and some of your family was into more of like the non-denominational. Am I correct? Remembering?
No, sort of, but no. Well, my family, most of them were like Southern Baptists.
That's
I'm
what I was saying. Like I know it was Catholic and some
yeah,
non-denominational
yeah.
church. I just like I didn't know what flavor.
Well, what
So,
happened was when I was growing up, my mom when it took us to Catholic school to give us a better education. But on
mhm.
Sundays, I went to church with my grandma, her mother, and so that's why I got out of my religious indoctrination. But once I got like in the fourth grade, my mom realized that went if we went became Catholic, we would get half rates of the going to school. So we became full-time Catholics then. And then when I got to high school, I joined the International Church of Christ on my own. So this is something that I ventured off and did until I was in my 20s. And that's a story in
I am so
itself.
sorry. I hit a button on my mouse and it brought me back a screen and then it kicked me out and then I was like, what the fuck? So I
I
am
said, I
so
guess they
sorry.
want me front and centered. I guess I'll
I
just
know.
keep
Well, you kept
talking.
talking, girl. So I
I said, well,
appreciate
I guess they want me
it.
to
So where
talk.
were you? I'm sorry.
So basically, I was saying when I was in the fourth grade, my mom found out that if you become Catholic and go to Catholic church and stuff, the rates will be 50% off. So then we became full-time Catholics. And so I got like in high school, then I joined the International Church of Christ. And I became a member of that church until my 20s. And then I got excommunicated in so many words. And then I ended up leaving and joining a small Baptist church. Well, actually, what I did was I ventured off and went to several different churches, including
Hmm.
some that weren't even part of the Christianity faiths, to see what was best suited for me. And now I realize none of them are. They all BS.
But all BS, yeah. Like I mean, I went from Catholic to paganism, so it was definitely. But like that, because I was very much like a young queer feminist, and I was just like, the patriarchal religion's not for me.
Yeah, yeah. I
um,
mean,
and I
I would
wanted to
still
be with
go
like more
to
diverse group of people.
pagan
So I'm
religions, but
sorry,
I
what?
never joined. I said I did go to a few pagan places, but I never joined.
Events and stuff.
Yeah, a Buddhist temple and all. I would do all that Hindu and stuff, but I never
You
became
know
a
the
part of it. I just joined
sprinkling,
as a
the sprinkling of bullshit ride.
yeah. Let me try this and this and this, and realize it all tastes nasty to me.
so so in regards to like race and gender in the churches that you grew up at, was Jesus white? Was he black? Was
Oh, that's
he
just a funny
and like, or
story.
was it a he? It was a she. Was it like
Oh,
open
that
that it could
was.
be like a they them or her? Like what was your experience like?
Oh, this is a funny story. So when I was in second
Okay, I
grade,
love a funny story.
the second grade, the teacher asked us to draw a picture of Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
I drew Jesus as a black man. Think about it now. I probably should have drew him as a black woman, but I drew him like
You
how
can't draw that.
I thought Jesus would look like. This. He's the image of you. I'm not white. I got some white in me, but I'm mostly
Not.
black. No, I have more than what you think. But I just was sitting there like, I'm not gonna draw a picture of no white. So the teacher held my painting up. We had to do a painting. What would you give this artist? This picture. And the kids was like, we got numbered grades, not letter grades at the time. There was like 0. Well, she my friend. I'm gonna give her a 1 because I didn't draw Jesus white. Yeah, but that
White.
it wasn't funny at the time because I was like in tears because
Right. But now you look back on
I
it.
did my
It's,
best on
well,
this picture, and I drew him like
well, to
black,
be
not even
fair, also
brown.
too, like what, like even regardless of like the bullshit of God, but just like the message that it sends, like it's kind of like, yeah, you have to like the white Jesus. You can't, and like in the image of you, it's like, yeah. So, and I think that I think it's hard for someone that like when I found out that Jesus was like Middle Eastern, like I had already left a lot of religion, so I was just like, that would make sense, you know. I have a problem though when someone says, I say God is no gender, someone says it has no gender, but the only true formal gender we have is male. God is only divine and Christ is all color due to him being born in the Middle Eastern. Okay, so my question is to this is all the genetic research that has gone into why people in the Middle East, based on tons of DNA evidence, okay, bringing forward, if God is a divine being, what? So is it just because he adopted all the genetics of his predecessors, or is it when during colonialism he was all white, and then when we became more progressive, we're like, okay, now we're going to make a Middle Eastern? Just saying.
I'm looking at where in the
That I
Bible
got
he
problems.
was.
Yeah,
I was looking at where in the Bible he was. I'm like, he was not a European. And then I
no.
looked at, they said he had copper woolly hair. That's what they always said. So I'm like, no, that doesn't make any sense at all. But then you think about it, like, well, did he even exist anyway? Why are we arguing about this non-existent man? Which,
Right.
which people say probably was somebody who they took Jesus out. That probably was going around being a snake. What Owen Ross says, a snake oil salesman at the time that was preaching the word about the end times.
Well,
But
like here's the thing is though, like here's like just like let's go. Hey Kelly, let's go on a little bit of a thought experiment. Okay,
go right
let's
ahead.
just say Jesus is going around and he was like this dude living like, a few thousand years ago, and he's going around going like, hey, I have the breath of life. I'm the light, the truth, and way. Like his whole bullshit artist, but let's just say he figured out how CPR worked and somebody dies, like named Lazarus, and he breathes the breath of life into them, and then they rise from the supposed dead. Like, we don't know, like, what, like, because I'm sure basic things that we can explain through science now would look like miracles to people 2,000 years ago. Imagine if I showed up with this and I showed them pictures of their own faces. Why we're hanging out. Don't you think they might think this is magic?
Yeah.
Because you don't have any other comparison to understand how things work.
Mm-hmm.
That's what happens when you talk to Bronze Age people. They think like they're sea monsters.
Yeah.
Let's all take a moment.
Like with
Like legitimate sea monsters, not like sharks.
Somebody that was like, if you go and you like a cell phone, how crazy they would act.
Is that the new Ghostbusters? Yes, it is the new Ghostbusters movie. Thank you, Tens.
Yes.
Like, so like if you guys want to, like, I would really like to get a caller and talk to me about like some God gender, because like if it's an ethereal building, like why does it matter if they have a gender? That's the thing. Like we only put this in context as like human beings, like she, she, her, he, him, they, them, Zize. Like, okay, like we can all do that and that's fine. But like, why would God need to be male, or why would God need to be female, or why would God need to be like non-binary? Like that's a very human concept.
Exactly.
So I'm just saying, like, why does God have to be male?
Yeah. But then on another side of it, every other thing you say Mother Nature. I look at that too. Like when it comes to that,
like there's a god and a goddess, and there's their partners. Like it depends on which mythology you're looking at, but like it's a polytheistic, and it's usually reflections of human society. But now we're saying it's a white dude. And I'm like, so God's a white dude? God is Zeus? Like, because that was my concept. Like Zeus, like throwing out lightning bolts. She's all pissed off. He's smiting everywhere.
But actually, Zeus is a kind of a better person than God is, though. Being the God is, and he was something else too.
And Zeus was also misogynistic. So,
yes. Everywhere I go, I keep running into
Greeks. Wow.
Don't go there. Don't go there.
Christianity evolved from the Greeks. We're that.
Yes.
And the Romans. We're that.
Yes. I don't know. It's like when people, thought processes of some people, when they're talking about, so this creator supposed to have been 6 days, but then they say no, those aren't really days. There were legions of time went past, but they just said they were days. And then he got some dirt created. Am I okay?
I'm listening now. I'm telling the people to call.
Oh, okay. I'm like, I thought I was doing something wrong. And so
this is
created out of
my
dirt,
signal time.
Created some man. And then he's supposed to spend so much time with these animals. And then eventually we came like afterthought, the women. And we came from his rib to show how inferior we are.
We are.
He didn't use a spare part to make us.
Well, that's
okay, how relevant we women are.
It was either the rib or you were dirt, which I don't think it's like a much of an improvement. Like I don't know which one I least like. Like it's kind of it's kind of like on par. Though I kind of like the dirt better because Adam was crafted from dirt. I'm like, okay, at least on equal footing, fine. But like the rib thing, I'm like, why a rib? Why? Okay, am I a spare rib?
I know, I like ribs. I like to eat ribs.
I can't eat ribs anymore because I can't have red meat. But I would love to eat
white meat, though, the other white meat.
Really good, down home barbecue, like a honey based barbecue sauce rib, with honey bourbon.
Yes. Oh, bourbon sauce. Yes.
Yeah, some bourbon
So
sauce. Yeah,
you're gonna
sorry, I'm
taste
gonna have a.
you're gonna taste some of my bourbon barbecue sauce. Know that.
Ooh, yeah, girl. I will taste some of your bourbon barbecue sauce. Todd's gonna have to. Do you like hot sauce?
Not that much, no.
Okay, I
That's
think man needs to like
that's
hot
the
sauce.
black part I do not own.
Okay, well, I'm gonna have Todd's coming with me to the revival reason, and he's gonna be my.
Oh, good, I get to meet him.
Because I was like, I need you to help me, but I will have him bring a bottle of his white guy hot sauce. It is super yummy.
Okay, I would try it at least once.
It's not like it's spicy, but it's enjoyable. Like like heat. I like heat I can enjoy. Like it's kind of like how I like my kink. Like I want a little bit of pain so I can enjoy it. I don't want to suffer. That's
Like
how I like it.
No, but I won't say what I say, but I'll leave that alone.
No, okay, no, this is a family show.
I'm not gonna say what I want to say. Short kids.
I'm so sorry. I'm going to tell you all, if you ever have me on one of your shows, I don't know what a filter is.
So, I don't either. But I do now because
that's why I love you.
This channel's monetized. Mine is not.
me and Kelly were like near like very close instant friends when we met. I was just like, oh, I like this girl. like she's socially awkward and weird like I am, but also gets my sense of humor. I love her.
I have an awkward sense of humor too. People be like, is she serious?
That's why I appreciate you.
I'm like sarcastic all the time. People think I'm serious. No, I'm not. I'm not serious. I'm just playing with you.
There are times like, can I ask you a question? I'm like, no. And get real quiet, and they're like, "Can I?" I'm like, "I'm kidding. You can ask me a question." Like, if you don't know, I'm kidding. Then I'm like, "I'm sorry for you." Okay. Anyway, so like, I remind people, hey, you can call in.
Yes, it's a few people in this chat. I want you to call in. You have some comments in here that I'm not liking so much.
I'm seeing the comments. Like, just call in, man.
Call in.
Okay, so Greg. Hey, Greg, let me ask you a question, Greg. Hey, Greg, let me ask you a question. Does your penis tell you what kind of person you are? And follow-up question, do you think you have the right to tell another human being what their inner experience and identity is? So, hey, maybe that's something you should think about. Okay. Anyway, I have opinions about things. Anyway, so too. Like when you're growing up, when you went to like the Southern Baptist, was it more like more of a transition? Because I know that there has been some like, and I own this is like surface level knowledge of after Black people were getting freedom. And started forming their own churches and things like that. They appropriated Jesus, to be Black, to represent, them, but depending on the church. And then, because I can't imagine, like, I don't know, like I don't like, and this is the thing I don't know because this wasn't my experience, but are there Black people that have kept Jesus white? like I'm just curious, like the change in appropriation of because everything's appropriated from everything else. So like us white people appropriated Jesus into interpretation of what that is. So
out of a sudden I have to cough now, but Jesus in our church still was white looking. So we still had him as a figure of the white man standing there. But when I went to even when I went to Catholic school, our school did have a lot of white members in the church. Our school was mostly Black though. And my until I was in. Let me see.
Oh. Like I just
you know what? Nice.
I'm trying to interview here, okay?
Is that you asking that, or that's your third wife?
Oh, my God. Oh, okay. Now I'm flustered. I'm a flustered girl. Anyway,
So let me get my thought out.
continue, my friend.
So when we went to church, the Catholic, we had to go to mass in the Wednesday mornings or something like that. And probably first, second period, we went to mass instead of going to school. I like that because I didn't get to go to school for one day a week for like 2 periods. And then I always made sure I sat near the second class because my best friend was in that class. I didn't really have anybody in my class I was friends with. And so I would do that. But we spoke Latin in certain segments. My great aunt, who also was Catholic, the whole sermon was done in Latin. But we had to actually take Latin classes and everything. I remember that. But yeah, Jesus was a white man and other thing. But then when I went on to the evangelical church, the Church of Christ, that church was a mixture. And they wanted us to get like into like interracial relationships and everything. And they would be like, bring everybody. We don't want white and black people come to the church. If you got Asian people, Hispanic people, invite them too. We want this to be a diverse church. But the leaders were white though. Okay. And then when I went to Southern Baptist, me being in Detroit, this was a small church, like about, you know what? The Southern Baptist church, when I finally left, it was a small church. And I will say this, I like that better than the big churches, the small congregationals, because sometimes we got along, knew everybody knew each other. The pastor wasn't uppity, stuff like that. And this was after I left, but he got in a lot of backlash with his congregation because he married a lesbian couple when they legalized marriages.
Oh my God, how dare he?
I know. Yes. And a lot of people didn't know that I was atheist at the time. And so they
tell y'all,
Pastor, I know you don't go to church anymore, but you could pastor and married a lesbian couple. And I said, good, I'm so glad that he did. And they got mad. What?
Like, well, and that's so weird to me. It's like, I don't know why God would care, like, who anybody's fucking, like, and who people fall in love. Like, why would, like, that's all.
He cares if you play with yourself.
That's only if you care about things like patriarchy. Maybe that would be the only way you would really care about that, like who people are boinking. And if you're going to, like, you know, bring forth more babies, like, and also I don't understand. I'm like, hey, guess what? We live in the time of science where, yeah, gay couples can have babies.
Yeah,
it's a babies. You can have the babies. So again,
God watches us when we doing anything. Even when we doing it with our
kids.
I mean, that's the one. He don't want us to do that either. Damned if you do, then damned if you don't.
Like, yeah, like, well, also too, like, this is the whole thing, like about like a mind fuck of being ace, like you are like, I don't want sex, like it's just not in my purview, or it's like, you know, I only want it like in like rare times or whatever expression of that is, right? And then, but like, you're not supposed to have sex. It's supposed to be like really dirty and bad. But on the other hand, you're supposed to have sex if you want to procreate. And if you don't have sexual desire, which would be the ultimate goal, according to your fucking book, because Paul was very clear. He's like, you shouldn't be having sex at all. Like, you, like, if you're going to have sex, it better only be to make the babies. Like, and then like, let's think of, like, can we think about this for 2 seconds? Just 2 seconds, everybody. Let's all sit down. Let's have a come to Cali moment. And let's think about how much sense does this make. Does it make sense? It probably doesn't. Because I don't know why you would care.
Love you, Seth.
I don't know why you would care.
Yeah, I mean, that's the
I mean, how much am I working out? Like, I love y'all. I mean, we love you too, Seth. Thank you so much for the $2. It is much appreciated. Hey, if you would like your super chat, if you would like your message read out loud, please give some money, because money helps this channel do what it needs to do. So
Yes.
we have all the wonderful programming that is on Skeptic Haven. Skeptic Haven.
You almost said heaven, but it's
so
cool though.
I'm
here. It's heavenly now.
Become a Patreon person. That would be great too. I'll be reading some awesome names later. Because people reminded me that's what I have to do.
So, you have a job to do.
Anyway,
I don't know, but now they have me on the screen though.
Like we don't have to talk about God gender. We can talk about something else. Like if you want to talk to me and Kelly about first cause, then we can talk about that. Or whatever. Or hey, let's talk about God's race. What is God's race? This is the thing. If you're applying human characteristics to God, it's not a God, because we are emotional, irrational, meat bags. And this thing is not the best.
Nope, not at all. And not this one. Every time I look, I'll go to the doctor. It's another problem wrong with me. I'll be like, you know what? I don't even want to go to the doctor no more.
I have this pain going down the right side of my leg that every morning for the past 2 weeks I just wake up with. It's not enough to go to the doctors. It's not getting worse. It's about the same. And I'm like, I just think I need a really good massage and I'll feel better. But the fact that now my body's just hey, I know you've been through some shit, but here's a minor pain for you. Here you go. Even though you went through all this other crap you went through. And I'm like, okay. This is why I'm intelligent, design my ass.
Exactly.
Intelligent, design my ass.
Exactly. Because I'm sitting there doctor is okay, we have an autoimmune disease, and they're telling me that this is what I have. They find that I don't, so I'm on medication for it, and then they find out I don't have that, and medication they gave me is doing more harm than good. So are you serious? So you know what? I don't want to take no medication. Just leave me alone. It don't bother me no more.
Why? I don't understand why. I'm sorry. But so sorry, I was reading something. I'm trying to read. I got distracted. Okay, so anyway, hey, I'm going to remind people, please call in. 1.
Yes.
2. I need to go to the bathroom, so I'm going to play a video. So we're going to take about a minute and a half, minute video, just so we can do a little break. So I'm going to do that, and if this comes back better after I'm not back,
what do you want to talk about?
You're gonna talk about what you have, who you have coming up on your channel. That this will not take long. It's not gonna take long. Okay, so but I am gonna do it. So because I'm shilling, guys, I gotta be I gotta do it. Hold on 1 second. Let me pull up the video I want. Okay. Let's see here. I'm a professional, guys. Okay, cool. There we go. And and then share.
I'm not professional at all, so
I'm trying my best.
That's why you in the leader's chair.
Okay. Hold on. That is not the correct one. Why is it doing that? That's weird. I'm sorry, guys. I am so sorry. Bam. There you go. Share. There we go. There we go.
Yay! We did it. I don't hear nothing though. Is that me?
I'm back. I cannot hear you. I don't know what happened.
I was mute again.
There you are.
I was unmuted and then I pressed mute to mute myself because I thought I muted. Okay.
Did the video play while I was gone?
Yeah.
Please say it did.
It played, yeah. So like I was saying before I muted myself, I have Derek C. Don't give me how to pronounce his name. He is over Skeptic Track in Dragon Con. So that'll be Saturday at 1 p.m. And then after that, Sunday before this show, I will be on Free Thinker Fireside. Ooh.
Yes.
Helen will be taming up again.
We're going to be promoting our stream. I did break everything.
Helen, disembodied voice coming in to say we did not hear your video. So if you would replay it so that it plays out.
I thought it was just me that didn't hear it.
No, we didn't hear it. So just replay it. I took it off as soon as it wasn't playing.
Okay.
Go ahead and try it again.
I might have to, like, the thing is, though, it has to be kind of downloaded, and I download the video. If you download the video, you'll be able to play it. It's just that if it's not downloaded onto the computer, it will not, for some reason, I don't know why it won't play on this on Streamlabs. It's very weird. So I'm just saying. Anyway, and you're muted again, honey.
Keep doing that. Okay.
Why
yeah.
do you keep muting yourself?
Because I don't be wanting to be people making noise and stuff. But
I understand.
Yeah, I didn't. When I did mine on StreamYard, I downloaded it to the StreamYard thing. That's how I'm able to play all my videos that way. But I don't know nothing.
So
simple stuff.
But come to my channel next Sunday, and me and Kelly will be hanging out because it is Memorial Day weekend. We do
2 days in a row.
2 days in a row. What are we doing on Monday? What are we doing tell the people what we're doing for Memorial Day.
I wish I could have this video and I could play our promo video for that as well. We're having a live stream.
If Michael would download it, he could play it.
So we have,
I sent it to you.
So Sunday, we're just gonna chat it up. I don't know what I want to talk about on your channel. I got some stuff. And then Monday we're doing our live fundraiser live stream. We can just have a chit chat.
We can just have a hangout chit chat.
Okay, that works with me.
We'll do that.
That works for me. And
cool.
Monday we have the live stream.
What are we doing on Monday?
Our live stream chit chat.
Okay, here we go. This is the video our friend from Jess, How to Roll Astro, did for us. So.
What's up, y'all? Mandisa time.
Oh, no, that was Mandisa's.
Yeah, we got to show ours too.
BN's 2026 Revival of Reason in Atlanta, Georgia. From June 12th through the 14th, join us at the Atlanta Free Thought Hall and Pavilion, where we will be celebrating 15 years of Black non-believers with food, fun, serious discussions, live entertainment, and more. Speakers include Chris Cameron, Candace Gorham, Detroit Atheist Queen, The Friendly Atheist, Godless Engineer, Cynthia McDonald, yours truly, and more. Get your tickets today at blacknonbelievers.org or scan that QR code below. Also, you can book your room at our special group room rate at the Comfort Inn, Atlanta, Smyrna. Official BN members get a discount, so please make sure you become an official member today. Sponsorship opportunities are also available, as well as discounted student rates. Thank you so much for helping us celebrate 15 years as Black non-believers, and we will see you soon.
All right, I'm trying to get it to them. No, I said, Michael, if you go to your DMs, it's in your DMs. I sent you the other video. So
you want me? I can send it through too if you don't get it.
Yeah, you said there too, but like we have that one too. Okay. So I'm gonna remind everybody to please go to blacknonbelievers.org. Please donate. Please, if you can come to the Revival of Reason, please come to the Revival of Reason. Hey, buy some merch.
Please,
there's some really good swag. Also buy some swag. I'm gonna be getting my membership to Black Non-Believers while I'm at the conference. I'm gonna do that while I'm there. And also, Kelly,
Yes.
I decided that if people want to see John's rap, I'm gonna do like you have to be like donate so much money. Like I haven't quite figured it out.
Okay.
But if you want to see John do his rap live streamed at the event, I'm probably gonna make like you have to do so much money. So that's it's gonna be a thing.
Money.
Hey, so
Money.
give me money. Woo,
Well, let
okay,
me stop.
this is one that Jess did us from How to Build an Asteroid. Go.
Oh, you got it. That don't look nothing like me though. I like the video, but that don't look nothing like me.
Like I got Will Harold to stop by. He is something that works as a atheist activist for the military.
Okay.
So I'm going to have him stop by, and Dave Fitzgerald's going to stop by, and I'm trying to get. I'm going to try to like. I really want to get some service and like some Black service members to like join us because it's Memorial Day, and this is like that's another conversation we can have. Even though we're doing a fundraiser, it's also Memorial Day, and having a child in the military and knowing all that, you know, and also my dad was in the military, and he was part of the Korean War. So,
do you think that our favorite doctor would join us?
He is moving.
Oh,
so our favorite doctor is moving from El Paso all the way to Pennsylvania next weekend.
Oh, next weekend. Oh, I know it's gonna be soon.
Like because I was like, hey, because I asked him one for my soap. And I want my mermaid titty soap. One.
I got me some. I got both.
You got some mermaid titty. Like I need some mermaid titty soap. Like mermaid. I was like, if it's gonna be mermaid, gotta do titty. Like I don't know if Lilith bought her mermaid titty soap.
I got mine too.
That's right. So we're gonna get some mermaid titty soap. So anyway, get some mermaid titty soap when Ben is settled up for when he is up in Pennsylvania starting his new residency. So he is in the middle of moving. Things are a little chaotic. So by the way, next time you see Ben online, he does a live stream every Friday night after some of the Friday shows at 9:30 on Twitch and also on YouTube. Kelly will show up there. I'll show up there. Other wonderful people on this channel also show up there, like our friend Chad, our friend John, AJ, everybody, some really wonderful people in the community. And we play games and do trivia, and we get drunk and silly. And there's a lot of sex jokes.
Yes.
Also, we got to learn. We got to teach.
I don't do good at
he
trivia.
didn't know what schmangma was.
I always lose in the trivia. I'll be like the last place every time, but it's still
I suck at trivia. Like I'm not like I'm not. I sent Ben a bunch of like mythology and like pagan religion questions that I did as categories, and I'm like, you have to do this because I want to see people know. So
I wouldn't do good in that either. I'm something simple like TV jingles and stuff.
Right, yeah, like if you
I can figure that out. I know that song. Yeah,
1980s.
What do we do? Like the 80s to 2000s to the like 60s, 70s,
right?
Like ones.
Like I can sing the Jefferson song, like no problem. Are good times, or I can also sing the Klondike Bar jingle.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't know why these things
You know
get
what I mean,
embedded
right?
into our consciousness. I sing the Brady Bunch theme,
No, I'm thinking
word
about
for word. Like, did you watch, like, when you were growing up, did you watch, like, if you were homesick in the afternoon, like, if you got home from school, because we're, like, from the same, you would watch, like, this is what I would watch. You're 14. Yes, Tens, you're 14.
yes.
Don't lie to us, Tons. We'll find out. Your jokes are too clever for a 14-year-old, or about, like,
Oh,
I always say,
I
like, I have the humor of a 12-year-old boy, but then I've talked to 12-year-old boys, and I'm like, no, I am more sophisticated.
if I was sick, it was always Price of Right, and then Young and the Restless. That's what I watch.
Oh my God, my mother loved Young and the Restless. I am sorry. Okay, I was an ABC soap opera person, and I watched One Life to Live and General Hospital. Those are my soaps.
I tried to watch 7, but I watched Days of Our Lives, and I watched Young and the Restless. And it kind of collapsed because they came on like around at the same time. But the Victor Newman one.
Like if I was, but the thing is, so like One Life to Live came like my senior year of high school. I remember I got home from school like around 12:15 because I had all my morning classes in the morning. Like I only had like my core. I had done all my electives and everything the previous year, so I had the afternoons off. So by the time I got home, One Life to Live was on, and then General Hospital was on right after it. And if I got home early enough, I could catch all my children. Depended, and then I started watching those, and then I like stopped because I was just like I think my life started shifting at that point, like after graduating high school. But like I look back on that time and I'm like, wow.
Yeah, I would get up.
It is a wild ride, 1990 soaps, and like there's this whole storyline with one character she got SA'd, and then like
you mean Santa Barbara?
Yeah, like no,
yes,
there's another one. There was a storyline on One Night to Live with one of the characters got SA'd, and then they had the character that SA'd her be one of the children of the main character in that show.
Okay, mine was Santa Barbara. Wild. Them was SA'd, and then the police officer that came first on the scene was when I actually did it.
That's fucked up. Okay, this is.
But you didn't know about it until I was like in high school. This came out. You didn't know until like several months. Because he would come and visit her and everything. He was concerned. To the court, he tried to attack her again. That's he found who he really was.
Like my dudes, like it was like this is like, and this was like normal in like 1990s, like 2000s, like pop culture stuff. And I'm just like, listen, I'm like maybe not do this, maybe not do this. Not great, but pop culture. Okay, so so as far as I can tell, God in the Bible is never identified as male for other than refers to he, but that to me is just a mark of a patriarchal. Sorry, am I wrong? And I don't. Not. No, you're not, because everything. Okay, like this is the thing. There's like. I have a problem with God being male. And there's a reason why. Is that if you look at the formative religions, like religions that came out of non-written cultures, like you really don't see a lot of the shift into patriarchal religion until we get into like ancient, there was Greece. Like that's when the first like civilization, though, to be fair, this is a lot of mythologizing right now. It's a little bit like some of it historical, some of it maybe some myth as things go. Like I'm sure like the stuff that's come out about like, you know, the Black culture and the progression of, was it like, you know, this one God concept, or was it like animism, then it became polytheism, then it became monotheism, and then through the monotheism, then patriarchy started to develop, which is a very very history wise recent. Because all that before was either polytheistic or animistic, or this idea of like, you know, the three phase God was male, female, child, and you know that cyclical arrangement depending on which philosophy that you were looking at. It just depends. But there was always a reflection of the society that reflected it, like in ancient old animistic or polytheistic beliefs. It was the woman that held the idea of life and death. They had the knowledge of it, because to them, like, they didn't understand like how human biology, like they understood like sex led to child, but they didn't understand like, you know, sperm connecting with egg. Like they didn't have any of the science, but they knew there was something connected with this act and having a child. But the thing is though, is that like, because women died during childbirth, because childbirth is it's still risky now, but oh my God, I'm so surprised we made it as a culture and that baby survived.
I know.
If you look back, oh boy. But
I was trying to see a sort of comment in here.
That kind of, and I'm curious, like, I wanted to ask you, is there sort of like this matriarchal through line through like Black culture and how religion is applied and belief system and where you came from compared to like, and I'm talking about like European religions, but that comes from older myths that came from other like countries and cultures, and you know, so it gets a little, again, fuzzy.
But our religion was based on, I mean, our idealization was based on the European religions, because that's what we were taught. We had some other kind of system in place. We was in Africa. So we came over here, we was taught everything. We didn't know anything about the religion. So
I'm sorry.
I mean, mine is
1 second. Hey, David. Hi, David in the chat. Hi, David in the chat. Hello. Hey.
Yeah, they said a few comments. You check them about.
Yeah, I'm going back and looking at the. Hey, David. If
I was
you really
trying
want
to
have
find
a conversation,
one.
please call in.
Yes. Please.
Like, honey, if you want to have a conversation about this, please call in. I would love to talk to you. Me and Kelly, when we love to talk to David.
Yes,
because David's got a lot of opinions. He's got opinions, and I feel he needs to express them. So you can come over here and call us.
Was he the one that said that women, that the Old Testament probably was a woman? I know it was somebody that probably said that. I saw that in the chat earlier. I don't see it anymore. I had a lot of stuff to say about that. Yeah.
Okay. So, what is your interpretation of the creation story?
So, things I didn't realize until I became an atheist is that Genesis 1 and 2 are different stories. I didn't realize that. From watching YouTube channels, I realized, wait, it's different stories told a different way. So that kind of got to me. So it's either one way or the other. It can't be both. How do we come to be? But when I was growing up, my grandma I remember being 5 years old. She was like, evolution is fake. The Bible is true. And she handed me a children's Bible and said, read this. And this is how you learned about life and the truth and everything. That's what I learned at 5 years old. But I didn't understand. It's crazy because you sit here and so for your whole life.
I'm sorry. I love you, Maya.
Yes, Maya's not doing your job. Yes.
Maya,
yes.
Stop playing out the office.
But hey, what about the call screener? Are they doing their job? Because I don't have no calls up here yet.
There's no calls. Like what? Like listen,
So you ain't doing
it's
your
like,
job call
these fucking
screener.
calls. Listen. Me and like Kelly, we can talk some shit. But like, I
Have a conversation.
Me talk to David. Oh my God. Like, let's have a conversation, my dear. Like, and that's the thing is that like, they talk all there, they come into the chat and they talk other shit. It's like, well, you know, like the reason why, like, Adam fell is because of woman, like, blah, blah. And I'm like, oh my God, like, okay. I'm like, let's talk about the Genesis myth, which was based off the Epic of Gilgamesh, which was the first epic that was ever put into recorded history. Okay, great. Let's do that. Let's do that. Yeah. And then we'll look back at previous myths. And also too that God had a partner. Like the three divinity of God, that comes from old pagan myths. And like this is like religion, like we are not reinventing the wheel. Like this is the thing about like, you know, God, Jesus, and the Holy Ghost. It's like it this is a hero's journey. If anybody has read Joseph Campbell, I recommend A Hero of a Thousand Faces, about how in nearly a lot of societies over time tend to tell the same myths, and it's usually based on either a moral lesson or a creation lesson.
Yes. I think it's more of a moral than a creation, because I sit there and I look at it like, okay, so you got the man and then his rib. One that was both made out of dirt, the other one was a rib. So I'm like, what the hell? But then when it comes to the creation, when they make Cain and Abel, and I'm like, what happened to what other people come from? What did they come from? How did we create all these people?
Like that's the thing. Like
I don't understand that part. Even as a kid, I didn't understand that part.
They had Cain and Abel, and then they had Seth, and then after Seth, like came like was it Seth? Was it Seth? Yeah, he was the third son.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, where he come from? I remember
some theology.
This is Cain and Abel.
Oh, by the way, I want to say that Tons of Mice sent a super chat for $5. Rest in peace, Goopy. Who is Goopy? I don't know. Who's Goopy? Rest in peace, Goopy.
I know Goopy is. Oh, I'm not summoned.
I'm sure. Is this the lore? I have to add to more lore.
I don't understand that. I'm always summoned.
I don't know Goopy. Like, is this an inside joke I do not understand?
I know.
I hide when we have this.
Don't.
Like, here's the thing.
Recipes,
like, sometimes people will be like referencing inside jokes, and then I was like, was it a high when we did this inside joke? And I don't remember.
Oh, don't tell nobody.
Oh, so I hope not.
Oh,
the Land of Nod. Oh, the Land of Nod.
Oh, that.
Okay, the Land of Nod. Yes, thank you. Story time, Jesus. You play Vampire the Masquerade. Like, okay, the Land of Nod. There's a book of Nod. Actually, okay, the Land of Nod. It was okay. So there is a myth that in Vampire the Masquerade. I don't know if this is true. That Cain became the first vampire, and he got banished to the Land of Nod, which is based on some that's how I know the Book of Nod was based on like Vampire the Masquerade and Cain becoming the first vampire.
I watched Lucifer. And Cain was the first one who never died. He can never die.
I know what Goopy refers to. Goopy was a star in the soap operas in the 70s. Okay, I was born in 1970. I didn't start watching soap operas in the 1990s.
Well, I was in the 80s, late 80s, like in the 8th grade.
I didn't like in the 80s. Like,
hey,
okay, like
JC.
We're you're 51. Shh. I'm 49. Like, bitch, who cares? You're beautiful anyway. That. You are,
I am-
yeah.
I am-
Fuck,
I am
okay,
51.
you embrace your wonderful 51-year-old self, and fuck people that say like you can't be beautiful and wonderful at 51. Fuck you all. Fuck you all. Look at this fabulousness. Look at her. Look at this beautiful creature beside me. Fuck you all. Anyway, I'm gonna. I have opinions.
But yeah,
on
I never
things.
really understood the creation story even when I was a believer. And I remember like certain stories. I was like, well, that story's not true. But then when I became evangelical, we were taught all scriptures God breathed. So all stories have to be true in the Bible, whether you want to believe it or not. So I'm like, damn.
So okay, what? But what about the things that contradict themselves?
That's what I want to know even now.
Like how can like either they went looking like there's only like the virgin birth is only in 2 of the gospels, and the other 2 don't mention it. So and I'm like, wouldn't consistency matter?
I'm sorry. I'm
And
looking
also-
at Michael comment to
Also,
David.
I
I'm
wanna
like
point out that
dying.
other
Thank you, Michael, for
pagan
saying that.
and matriarchal concepts. Virgin does not mean a woman that has had not had sexual intercourse. I'm going to also remind you that virgin just meant maiden, which meant unmarried woman.
Yes. Oh,
It
God,
didn't
the
mention
woman
that
died
didn't have
because
sex.
of that bull crap.
This was not
Got stoned to
married.
death. They got stoned to death. And I remember I went to church and the pastor was talking about the woman getting
God is
stoned.
spirit.
About the woman that got stoned, you know, she was having an affair, whatever it was. And my pastor was like, but what happened to the man? Where was he at? I only saw the woman about to get stoned. The man was nowhere to be found in this story. And my pastor said that. And I'm like, you should.
So he's a fucking coward. Fuck him.
Yeah. But he was like the man left, or the woman was going to get stoned to death. He probably was like, what?
Anthony.
Nothing.
Anthony. Hi, Anthony. Hi.
Call in,
Welcome
sweetheart.
to the chat. Hi, honey. Okay, Anthony. Hey, God is spirit. What does that mean? God is spirit. Like, explain that. Like, yeah, please come in. Like, come and give me and Kelly a call. Like, but I will ask. But if you're not going to call in, I will answer your questions in chat. I think me and Kelly can answer your questions if you're like can't call in, because like I would love to have a conversation with you about like what does it mean that God is spirit.
Because what is a spirit? I've never seen a spirit before. I've never seen exactly. Spirits are in a glass shot. Yes, that's what a spirit is. I don't know. God is I've never seen God.
Like this is the thing. This is the thing. Like I've shifted into a she they, and this is the reason why, is that like society is telling me that this is a presentation of a cis woman, and because of psychological, natural, and sociological pressures that form your identity as you grow up, you decide that like, hey, this feels comfortable, this feels safe, I'm adopting this identity. Cool. All right. But also because gender's not a thing. It's not. It's just a category that says this, you identify as these perceived markers of what we have decided gender is.
Can somebody get tons, please? Can somebody please get tons? Tons, get in the corner, tons. Get in the corner right now.
Is it like a ghost penis?
Oh no, get in the corner. Get in your corner. You and your third wife, get in the corner.
You know those like the Charlie Brown Christmas ghosts, like just like this penis with like a sheet and like black eyes, like this, like underneath this ghost costume. That's what tons. That's what your penis looks like. It looks like a ghost costume.
Please go, bye.
Like,
get in the corner.
Like Charlie Brown ghost.
Somebody put baby in the corner.
God tells to use he, him pronoun, but why can't you use his pronouns? Okay, Sin, like why you're trolling. cool. Because any
Yeah.
any biblical scholar that actually cares about like real scholarship would not be asking such a fucking dumb question. Because like if we refer to God as he, him, because that's what like the colloquial, and he is the Father, refer to the Father and the Son and the Holy Spirit in the Bible. Like, cool. But I have to wonder, if you're an ethereal being with no body and you have no golly need to have an identity, because identity, it tends to be a very human experience. Tell me, why does God, who doesn't have any stakes into how they identify themselves, because they're outside space and time, so the same rules should not apply to it, still want to give itself a gender?
Exactly. But I'm like, okay, so this spirit
I
being
have
thing.
questions.
So this spirit thing, we supposed to follow it no matter what. It's supposed to hold indoctrination to our whole lives. We can't think anything without this
Nope.
spirit.
Hold on. Hold on. Hey, Bree, there's an episode of Star Trek The Next Generation where Dr. Carter has sex with a canceled ghost of her, that her grandma used to bang. It's like it is in season 7 of Star Trek The Next Generation where Dr. Beverly Carter has sex with a spirit. It is wild. And it is a candle ghost. Anyone that knows what I'm talking about with the candle ghost.
I won't say the name, but it was a certain person who brought during COVID time this doctor to speak. And she said the reason why the world is so corrupt because we kept having demon sex. Doctor said that.
Did you see Seth's video on the Satan cookie being Oreo now?
Oh, you mean the Oreo cookies and the milk? No, I remember the got milk commercial. That was funny.
Satan. Okay. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay. So there are believers throughout the world for over like hundreds of years that eat an Oreo cookie. Are they a part of the cult? Are they like, but they got out alive? Like, I don't know what the standard is if you are part of the cult if you eat an Oreo. Yes.
Oh, I guess I'm part of the cult then. I am part of a few cults then.
Where Dr. Beverly has sex with a candle ghost. It is a
I didn't see that one either. I didn't.
Like, guys, like, it is just put in like Dr. Beverly candle ghosts, and there is an episode of Star Trek The Next Generation, and Dr. Picard, Captain Picard, has to save her from her grandma's horny candle ghost. Like, and I'm like, and I'm like, listen, Beverly, like, listen, I'm like, just like there's a holodeck. The holodeck can create like a hologram can do all the things. Just do that. Yes, I am full of ADHD. I'm sorry.
I know we're going all off topic. Hey, call in. No, it doesn't have to be about God, gender,
like
spirits,
call in,
and stuff.
so
I want to talk to one person.
Rein in my ADHD. Okay, what are you gonna say?
Somebody call in. I want to have somebody a different perspective.
I want to talk about these like when people like religion in Hebrew means dread teaching.
Oh wow, I never knew that.
Does it? Wait, okay, actually, I am going to religion.
Someone said, "Do you speak Hebrew?"
Yeah,
do you? Because I don't.
Hebrew. On. Okay.
Let's keep closing.
All right,
I know, me too.
there is no Hebrew word in the ultimate text that corresponds exactly to our word religion. So what does that mean? If there is, like, I don't know what you're saying, man. Like, I don't know. Like, I have questions. Okay, Dr. Crusher, thank you. Why do I say Crusher, but Dr. Beverly Crusher, who I was a Leanna Troy. Okay, if you were gonna have sex with like Dr. Crusher or Leanna Troy,
I don't either one of them, so I don't even know what I would choose. To be honest with you,
like it'd just be a threesome.
Oh, okay. Well, then I guess
like
you only live once.
Like, woo!
Have fun.
Do you speak Hebrew? Like I'm like, what do you mean? Like I don't know. Okay. Also, too, Ferengi are Crusher ghost babies equals. Oh, Star Trek can't really are Crusher ghost babies. Ferengi, no. What? I'm sorry. All right, now
I've watched this Deep Space and all this Star Trek stuff, but I wasn't really a big fan, so I'm lost.
Oh my God, I'm gonna have to tell Cynthia about some Ferengi.
Oh, she knows.
Crusher.
She is.
Oh, I bet she knows.
Man,
I will go Cynthia and I'll be like,
every time we go to trivia, Star Trek trivia, she aces it like so. She knocks everybody off the park. I don't even compete because she knows so much.
I watched the original series. I've seen all of I watched the Next Generation because like I started watching that when I was a little Helen, and my super Catholic brother got me into that show.
Oh, he was a little
doesn't
Helen.
Make any sense. No, but here we are.
You was a little Helen
here
at
we
one
are.
time, huh?
I was a little Helen. I was such a dork.
Were you always so lovable even then?
I was going like, yeah, little Helen. Yes, I will show you pictures of me when I was like, a little short person.
Were you as talkative and so lovable then, though? Were you?
Yes. No.
I was not. I was an awkward, weird kid.
I really please. Oh my God! Please, somebody call in. So I should not sit here and talk about my weird childhood.
I want to have a conversation.
Little Helen. Okay. All right. So, getting back to my original question, because we took a little bit to get here.
Yeah, we took a little slide. Yeah.
What was, because I asked you about this word, what things about religion that the Black community appropriate from bullshit that they didn't really understand, going backwards, because did they want to repaint Jesus in their image we were told?
I mean, I did go to certain churches like the African Episcopal Church.
Mm-hmm.
Churches like that was everything was God black and things of that sort. But even in the Southern Baptist Church, it was a lot of still the white figures. But my dad, and this is where I came, my mom no, but my dad always taught us, I'm sorry everybody, white people were devils. That's what he taught us. That's what we was taught.
Damn it. I'm sorry.
And when I got older, I was like, it might be some of y'all, but not all of y'all. Because I was raised with a lot of Jewish people.
Here's the thing is that was we were told the dark one, what your brain, when you don't have time to decide that, you're just if someone's darker than me, that means they're bad. That's psychological priming, by the way. So if we're both seeing each other as the enemy, again, which is all taught by capitalists.
Mm-hmm. Well, then you realize that it's some
so
people.
Okay, hey, Anthony.
He's
you're here watching the game.
I'm going to church later. It's Kroger.
I will Anthony. Okay, no, I believe in the salvation of all, no free will. God saves us all from death, not hell, because hell is not in the scripture. Okay. Also, hey, hey, mice. Hey, okay, mice. I'm gonna go look up some Ferengi like wiki shit, and we're gonna have a debate at another time. But also, I want to address this shit. Okay, I want to address Anthony. Hi, honey. Hello. Okay, Anthony. Okay, Anthony, come to Cali. Come here. We're gonna have a come to Cali meeting.
Yes.
Kali is the Hindu goddess of destruction and rebirth. She has a whole death frenzy thing where she kills a bunch of demigods, and she's a creator and destruction goddess. I love her.
Yes,
So I don't say come to Jesus, I say come to Cali because I'm going to change your fucking reality. Let's go. Okay, so
if Helen says it, then it's true.
Yes. Okay. Not in the selling. Okay. Let's address this comment. No,
I want to see what comment. Where's the comment at? I want to see the comment.
Free will. Okay. Now, God save us all from death, not hell, because hell is not in Scripture. Okay. So, Anthony, you are paying attention between your game and whatever we're talking about here.
It doesn't in the Scripture.
Are you choosing to pay attention to two different things at once?
Because I'm like, that's the whole Revelation talking about us going to hell, to burn. Because I know our church, the main scripture they read to us was Revelation 21 verse 8. All the cowardly, the meek, the sexual idolization people and all that stuff will be their second death, to burn. I remember that scripture. That's the one they always told us. So I'm like, damn, if I'm scared to do something, I'm going to hell. I got to do it because I'm going to hell if I'm scared.
But what if you have a candle fetish? Like, what if you have a candle steam fetish? Like, and you like the burn. Like, what if it's a fetish? Doesn't that sound like a bad time?
I mean, people like to get hot oil on them, but that's one thing, though.
Right,
I guess it's a little drizzle is one thing, though, Helen. But if that's constantly and it won't stop.
What if it's like a Hellraiser situation where it's like the pain is so like the lines between pain and pleasure get blurred? And I can tell you, as someone that went through a hysterectomy and was going through a lot of pain.
I got my tattoos done. I like the pain.
Get blurred. So what?
I like the pain of getting my tattoos done, but I don't think that I want to do it like still having it done now. A couple hours.
It's so. What are we talking about? Could I endure the pain of getting tattoos over and over again? Probably.
I would have to have a break. You just need a break,
and also to the demon that's doing it to you, they're gonna want to break. Like nobody wants to do everything forever for like 10,000 years. Like, oh my god, that is just like. There's an episode of Supernatural where Crowley creates a level of hell where it's just waiting rooms, like waiting in line that you're just going around in a queue over and over. That's hell. Like at least with the burning of the flesh is exciting. Like with the boredom.
But I thought they did say it was supposed to be a holding room, but now since Jesus is back, it's like heaven and hell, like the burning in other place. But I remember that one of my my ex's aunts, and so she was like, he was so scared because her brother came out as gay and said this was a time when AIDS was okay.
Hey, story time, Jesus. Does a literary artifact from Jeremiah's colorful description of the Judeans slaughtered by the Babylonians. That's a really good point. We can understand that these are stories that might be embellished because guess what? History is written by the winners. So when you're looking at the Bible, you are looking at stories from people in ancient Israel and the Middle East. They were fighting other tribes that, and they would say, like, you know, they're champions, which is based on older Persian myths of like sacrificing parts of yourself to your God, like, I don't know, giving yourself a circumcision to show that this is your new devotion to this God. And then you go and it commands you to, like, you know, slaughter these type of people. You suddenly have the upper hand and you've been blessed by your God. And that's the way the Old Testament reads. And then a few hundred years go by, and that are influenced from other cultures. There is more of, you know, the Roman Greek takeover as we go through time. We go up to Constantine, who decides that he was like, hey, I can see that these tribes from this particular culture, like the changing of the tide. And when he died, he was like, hey, I'm just going to make Christianity the dominant religion. And then it's just a cycle of things that happened over time, because the ones that controlled the populace controlled all the money and all the power. And what are we seeing again? Over and over again. So that's why I have problems. Like, I'm sorry, like Augustine and Tertullian propelled the eternal torment. It is not scriptural. And a lot of like the eternal torment was also brought up by the ideas of Dante's Inferno. Like even like if you watch Event Horizon, that is based on like some level of hell that like Dante had come up with, which was like a fanfic revenge story, because a lot of it is like refers to people that were like his enemies, like he had like personal vendettas against, and people took it as like this is a description of hell. That's where a lot of your modern concepts of hell come from. Like there's only like 2 mentions in the Bible of actual like burning torment. Please go to my channel, Free Thinkers Fireside, and watch my episode with like Ross Blocher, who is a former evangelical and became a biblical scholar and is a professional animator in his day job. And we went through the biblical devil. Please go watch that episode. Get yourself a little bit of education. Just saying.
And I also have an interview with Dr. Kip. Watch that. We talk about biblical slavery on there.
Okay, I think we have a call. So okay.
Yes, let's do this.
Okay. Yes, let's do it. Okay, so it is their pronouns are he, him. They're from Tennessee, and they want to talk about, he's a Christian and he wants to talk about annihilation of God is genderless. So hi, Zenoias, like how do you pronounce your name?
Oh, it's Zonius. Hello.
Zonius. How are you, Zonius? How are you today?
I'm doing well. I'm blessed. And how about y'all?
I'm pretty good.
I'm doing really well, thank you. So there's a little bit of a delay, so there's a little bit of talk over. Just be aware of that. So it's not confusing to you or the people that are listening. But I do want to. Can you back up just a little bit from your microphone? Because it's just a little loud. And then I would really like to hear what is your interpretation of God and their gender?
Okay, so is this good volume?
Perfect.
Hold is a lot better. Thank you.
So much better.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
So, my view on God and gender, I believe that God is gender.
Oh,
you just cut out.
You just cut out, honey.
I'm sorry. My phone was speaking on me again. Okay. But yes, I believe that God is genderless because gender is a property of created beings and created living beings, and God is eternal in nature. So he is genderless. But we see throughout scripture that
hold on.
that
Hold
he
on.
refers to as a woman.
You just hold on. You just said he is genderless.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how is that genderless?
How is that gender? How is he genderless?
Just because I would say because gender is a property of created living beings, and the reason why I refer to him as the he is because that's just what Jesus had referred to him as, and that's the way that he primarily presents himself in Scripture as like the father, but he also has been presented as a mother in the Old Testament as well.
I haven't heard of that one.
I haven't heard of that one either.
Okay.
What
understand.
scripture are you referring to? Because like this is new to us, but like please correct.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Okay, one moment. Let me pull. Okay, so if I can pull up the scripture reference right quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you, but I want to kind of respond to that. Like, it doesn't really. We can like you can post hoc go back and say like like these sort of things mean that like this like God was genderless, and that's cool. But the thing is though is that like because of the influence of Christianity and the way that it has moved through culture and it affects like how me and many people that look like Kelly and myself and other people experience the world in a place where we don't feel represented. That's the difference. It is not the intent, it is the implementation of it.
I mean, I just look at the Bible. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. My apologies.
I mean, my thing is, when you look into the Bible, it was written by a man, by these different men who controlled everything. So, of course, they were going to put God as being he, because they wanted to reflect themselves as being in power.
I think that's interesting on how it kind of imposes intent on the writers. But I think that it's more so theologically consistent to say that. I mean, of course, I think we can agree that both of us can agree that gender itself is a social construct, right? Used to identify differences between members of the species, of our human species.
Yes.
And members of the animal kingdom as well, in their roles within their respective environments. But since God is removed from the environment, since he's eternal, then it would follow that he does not have a gender.
Right. But again, remember when I said about like, it doesn't matter, the interpretation is intent, is that the intent has been to interpret God through a masculine dominant lens.
Yes.
And that started with the Greeks, which was adopted by the Romans, and then Rome became the Catholics, and then other religions emerged from that, so on and so forth. So, okay, that's a very simplified version. That's not my scholarship, but what I'm saying is that like we have to consider, it doesn't really matter what was the author's intent. It is, again, the death of the author. Doesn't matter what the author intended. It is always the impact and how people interpret what is being told through that story. Real or not?
Yeah, because I think the main question is God even real?
My apologies.
Who cares about the gender in itself? Why we
Right,
worship
and then
this
that's
supposedly not real being?
He said it's describing a not real being.
I mean, if you look at everything, what proof is that God is even a real being that we worship?
Okay, I think that's a bit of a separate discussion.
why is it separate?
I
Why
would
is it
go
separate?
from the argument.
Because if
I
he's
would go,
genderless or not, I don't know if he's real or not before we had the discussion. I think that's important to me.
Okay. Okay. Have you ever heard of the argument for motion?
Maybe I have. We need to refresh my memory. Oh, you have? Okay.
But I want to. So,
Okay.
what is your interpretation of the argument of emotion?
Okay, so it comes from the idea that change exists. So change comes from potential being actualized. So potential is essentially what something can be. Actualized is what it goes through in order to become what it is. So we see change happening in our universe. We observe it as a real phenomenon that occurs with reality. So there is no actualization that comes from anything that hasn't already been actualized itself. Just like if we have a phone that needs to be charged and we plug it up to a power strip, that power strip needs to be connected to a source in order for it to derive power. If it goes back infinitely, if we have an infinite amount of power strips that we connect to each other, the phone is never going to get charged. But until it has a source of that power, then that's whenever the phone is going to get charged. In the same way, we need some sort of first mover, some sort of source of actualization, pure actualization, in order to actualize the potential of other things in our known universe.
Why do we need that? Why do we need that?
Because nothing without an actualizer, no potential becomes actual.
But even if the phone is charging or not charging or dead, we still know there's a phone there. Physical evidence of a phone, whether it's being charged or not. So just like who matters if I'm a she or a they, or even a he.
I can also unconnect it, and it's still a phone. Like the charger doesn't make it a phone. It's still a phone. This is existence before essence. Have you heard of existence before essence?
But it doesn't become operational or anything without any kind of power behind it, right?
Is that
and it needs that power in order to even function in the first place.
Hold on.
Hold on.
Both at the same time.
Have you heard of existence before essence?
Existence before ethics?
Essence.
Ethics.
Essence.
I have not heard of that. No.
Okay. It has to exist first before we describe what it is. So, a glass, for example, is a harder expression of sand pressurized to a heat so more that we mold it into glass. We understand what glass is, right? So we understand that sand exists, and we know what the essence of sand is. We can say what sand is, right? It's not dirt. It is like fine grain, and it's usually caused by like pressure rise of the sea and, over millions and millions of years. So we can go, okay, cool. And then we know when we heat up really, really, really hot, it becomes glass. We know this because the preceding pattern tells us that. So it has to exist first before we decide what it is. Now, if we're talking about God, we know that male, female, and then non-binary exists because these are the expressions of gender in human society. We agree that it exists on a spectrum. How do we know God is non-binary if it has no concept of the human experience so we can describe what that looks like?
Okay. So.
And also too, you don't have to answer this now. Like if you need time to like sit with it and kind of think about it, like you can come back another time, when there's different hosts on, or if it's something you need to like think about on your own and then come to your own conclusion and then like, and do that internally later. It's fine. I'm not expecting you to answer right now because I just asked you something that is a little heavier. So, but if you also have a response, I'm also here. Either way.
You're fine. I think that's one of the aspects, if we're doing kind of an internal critique of the faith, if we have God revealing himself to humanity, and if God is all loving, then towards his creation, then he's going to make himself, love kind of requires that communication in order to be actualized. And if God is purely actual, then he's going to communicate himself in a way that his creation will understand.
So I'm gonna,
at least in a way that leaves the possibility
can I
to
push
be
you a
understood.
little bit on this claim? Can I push you a little bit?
Yeah.
How? So you said, if I remember correctly, that God's going to show himself in a certain way, right?
Mm-hmm.
How is God showing himself?
I want to know that myself.
Okay. So we see in the Old Testament that God reveals himself through, of course, we see him reveal himself in not only in dreams, but we also see him reveal himself through dreams. We see through visions. We see through his physical presence, like in not necessarily Christophanies, but I guess theophany would be the best.
Oh, I think.
But we all have dreams, though. And who's this? How do we know that this God coming to us in our dreams? I don't. That gets me.
What is the distinction? Because until we can get him.
You're fine.
Okay, go ahead.
But you had said, how do we know that it's God speaking to us through our dreams?
Yes, how do we know that? This is not signals in our brain, at our sleep retina, sleep. So,
Mm-hmm.
we have different stages of our sleep, and we're supposed to dream every day.
Like if I have a dream, I can fly. How can I know the difference between where I'm having a real life experience with the God and the other part of the dream where I can fly? Because you and I both agree that human beings can't fly, right?
I've died in my dream before.
Yeah.
So how do we know the difference between the two?
Okay, so I would say, especially through when it comes to the prophets, what they had to go off of was the character with the character of God and and what it seems. Okay, so it's the character of God that they've known throughout not only their personal experience, but also through the experiences of the people who came before them.
Mm-hmm.
So we can know the character of a person throughout their actions and how they purport themselves within their interactions with us, of course, and the people who they've previously interacted with. So when it comes to God delivering different prophecies and things, and delivering different, different messages, it's going to line up with what came before it.
Okay, so there was a gentleman that was, okay, so if I have a dream that 2 days from now I go to the grocery store, and I go to the grocery store, is that prophetic?
I wouldn't say no.
Okay, so again, do we know what is prophetic? Like, how do we know that these are showing the future, and this is showing prophecy? Because again, you could apply this to a bunch of different, if we're talking about like an ordinary person having these miraculous dreams about the future and what that's going to look like. Like, I'm sorry, I would like an explanation of why is it only like these super special people for this, and that God has decided this super special person gets all the information. I am sorry, I would think if I wanted my information to get out to many as people as possible. Welcome, yes. I'm on the internet talking, and I want these ideas to get out into the world. I'm not going to do it through individual, super cryptic messages through their sleep. I don't understand, why God has to do these jumping over all these, hurdles, when really he could just do a Voldemort and just download it into our brain.
I'm sorry, but I'm thinking about Back to the Future. He put.
Oh my God! Yes.
I think when he wanted Doc to help him.
Listen, I want to believe in God, because if there's God, I would love this God to be all loving, and was listen, and a part of all loving is that you got to figure it out. I like that idea better, because we tend to grow more gray matter through friction, because that's why koalas are stupid. They have no gray matter.
I got some questions for you guys, for real. Please come to me in my dreams so I can ask you some questions.
Okay, so I think that it's not necessarily something that God has to do, or it's the only way that God can speak or deliver his message. We even see him coming down as the Son of God, as Christ, to speak with other people in the humanistic way. But it's one way that God can build trust with his people, and virtue with his people. Honey. Okay, so
boy, his people.
Hold on. Where in any other relationship in your life do you do this? When it's so ambiguous that you're kind of I don't know what God wants me to decide in this certain situation. Is that how people show up? Or the people that you truly trust in your life are the people that are showing repeated patterns of trust? You don't have to guess. You can say, I know that person is trustworthy because they keep showing up. And they care about me, and they've shown that they love me, and they show that they show up. Or are you doing completely on faith?
I think there's an argument to be made that's exactly what God does, but I think that if I could expound on that, I think it's the way to build virtue, because you can know what someone may require of you. You know, it's easy for your kid to, if you have any kids. I don't have any kids, but I know being a kid.
I raised two.
Yeah, she has kids.
You know,
I have kids. I even have grandkids.
Please tell us about raising children. Tell us.
Yes. I have a few.
I was going to say, if you know that, if your kid knows that they're responsible for doing the dishes, and they do the dishes when you're around, and you're saying these things, but whenever you expect them to do the dishes and you're out of the house or you take a vacation or something and they don't do the dishes, then are they doing it just because you're around, or are they doing it because it's something that is genuinely, they understand the weight of the responsibility that they're trusted with?
I think at first they're doing it because you want them to do it, so they learn why it's important to keep a clean house.
You have to also too, when you're first teaching children about like accountability, like it's always going to be who you're accountable closest to. And our responsibility as parents is to teach our children that they not only have accountability to their friends and family, but they have an accountability to the world at large. So when you're teaching morality of children, the intimate morality should reflect the morality of society at large. This is why we so open, hold doors for people. This is why we say please and thank you. This is why, like, when we see someone screaming at a waiter for no goddamn reason, because you put like white sauce on their dish instead of red sauce and people lose their shit. Like, we all agree, okay, there are levels of human behavior. We've all decided that it's harmful and we don't want this to exist in our society. That has nothing to do with religion. That is just basic human decency. Yeah. And then we're going to decide how that shows up. Then we have to discuss between different types of people on what that looks like for everybody. It's not just one is better than the other, because then you're saying the Christian morality, for example, is better than the pagan morality or the Buddhist morality or the Catholic morality, or however you're coming at it. You're deciding which one is the best. And I'm always which is the one that's going to cause the least harm?
But I'm looking at from the perspective of the dishwashing. Let me say this real quick. That a child might not understand at first why that has to be done. But once they get older, they understand that if I don't clean this kitchen, everybody has to do a part in this household. My mom buying the food, cooking the food. If I don't help, I'm overwhelming my mother or my father, whoever. So let me do my part. And then the kitchen doesn't get clean. Bacteria, viruses come. We can get sick. I don't want to eat in the dirty kitchen. So all that stuff comes to play. But when it comes to the prospect of God, I don't understand, why are we worshiping a being who we don't know may or may not exist? And I'm more anti-theist, that if he does exist, I don't care, because I don't see what you have done. And what you have done, it's no evidence, if anything, that you've done in this 5 billion years.
Because
I don't understand that.
Is it love if you're forced to worship? Because basically, you have to worship this being. You have to worship this being for you to get eternal happiness. Would you do that in any other aspect of your life?
And it's no love back.
And there's no love back. You're not. That's an abusive relationship. That's an abusive relationship. That's a couple one.
And if you're Catholic, you have to sit on your knees.
Your conception of that relationship.
And we both are Catholic. We had to kneel all day. Most of the time in Catholic church, you're kneeling.
I went to Catholic school.
And we had the
For,
hard
like all my developmental period between the time I was born, I was baptized. I still have my baptism candle all the way into young adulthood. And then the spotlight scandal happened when I realized that the church was, oh my God, bad things happening to children. And I was like, no. And then eventually, like there was this slow little taking away of belief, and that's fine. And because that's part of the journey, like we're all on a journey trying to understand why we're here.
Catholic Church, even after I left, I
how's
worked
it
in
make
immigration.
I'm sorry. Yeah.
Okay. So y'all are okay. So y'all did say quite a few points.
Okay.
Okay.
Let me go back to our original. Let's go back to our original point.
Oh.
Like let's go back. Let's go back to our original point. How do we know?
Okay.
What God intends for gender and the identification of that particular God? How do we know that?
Okay. All right. Oh, snap. Okay. So my bad. A bit of whiplash. I probably got to do better at adapting. Snap. Okay. So, if I could speak to the morality of God for a second, I liked the point that you had said. That one of you had said about teaching a child in the way that they should grow. The Bible actually has a quote on that. It's like, teach a child in the way that they should go, that when they get old, they should not depart from it. And that's essentially talking about like just building up those good attributes, those respectful attributes, and treating one another as, creations of God. Since we believe that every human is made in the image of God and we revere God, we should also revere the ones who are built. So I think that that's one of the things that really gets a lot of figures within the Bible, is that they don't recognize, and even us today, we don't recognize truly the weight of our actions, good or bad. And so whenever we have something negative in our lives, the Bible says you reap what you sow. And you may not like personally have reap the negative consequences. Those consequences will have a ripple effect into either your day-to-day or someone else's day-to-day. And I think that that's one of the things that that we are charged to have an inspection on our heart about, is just the effect of our actions. And Jesus talks about being accountable as well in the New Testament, and God throughout the Old Testament as well. God talks about accountability.
So I have a question.
To go back to the original point about the gender and how do we know that God is speaking to us. Okay, so in gender in general, if I could make a point about God's gender when it comes to the New Testament especially, we see that Jesus is, being the second person in the Trinity, decides to, whenever he decides to come into flesh, he decides to come into humanity in the form of a man. So that's another reason to attribute the he gender to God, even though he might not have a gender the property of a human per se. We see that Jesus refers to God the Father, the first person of the Trinity, as God the Father, which
now we're moving agency away from trans people.
Pronoun of a
now we're moving agency away from trans people, because it's up to that person to decide how they identify. If God is identifying himself as he, him, then that is what we're identifying as, and you're post-hocking a genderless definition of God onto him. And also, too, if God existed, we could just ask God and go, hey, what's your gender, man?
But if you said everybody is
Okay.
in the image of God, then we all should be genderless then,
and
right?
also too, like we could, like this is a rabbit hole we could totally go down, and
Yeah.
I would love to, but also too we have to start winding things down. Like I would love if actually it would be really good if you called back in to this question when like Ember or any of us like any of our like trans friends, non-binary friends that are part of this channel are here, because that would be a better question to ask, because I'm cis and my experience with gender, and also Kelly is
And I'm cis, yes.
Their experience with gender is very different, and it wouldn't be fair for us to represent people that exist with gender on a different spectrum, because then we're having like because I'm getting concerned that like you're talking about like you might be doing a little bit of trans erasure, and I'm very concerned about that. But also too, that is not mine to interpret, so I would rather you would talk to them.
Yeah, I just don't understand how God is genderless.
I think that just my main point is that just if I could say like my main point would just be that gender is a property of humanity and not a property of God, and that's why that would be a good argument for why God does not inherently have a gender. But
okay, so
if I
said we're in the image of Him.
But also
I didn't understand that
I do
part.
have to run now. Like
Okay.
loves. I want to get like this. Why didn't you call in sooner? You should have called in at 30 earlier, because now we have to start writing down the show, because it is almost
10 o'clock.
10
Why didn't realize it was that late? Ooh.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah, like, but like, I want like please, like I want.
Oh,
like,
we need to
like
talk
this
to
is
you,
a really
Bree.
good conversation. Yeah, like I want you to come back, honey. Like this is really,
I just have one last question before I go.
Sure.
Okay, so I know one of the ladies, one of you had said that you are anti-theist. So if God existed, then yes. And what is your name? I'm sorry, I clicked on, and the screen that I have on doesn't have your names or anything.
I'm between Atheist Queen.
So I'm Helen, also
okay,
known as
and
Spells, and Detroit Atheist Queen is also known as Kelly.
Yep.
Yeah, but you should go subscribe to her channel, because she has some cool shit.
Subscribe to her channel too. She got some cool shit too.
You said Kelly was your name?
My name's Kelly. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So okay. So I'm not sure if it was you or the other host, but just if God presented himself.
That sentence. So go ahead.
Okay, if God had presented himself to you, would you? And he presents himself in an unequivocal way that says, "I am God." Would you follow him?
No, definitely not.
No,
I would not.
Nope.
I would definitely not follow him.
Okay.
You know, he has a lot of explaining to do as well. Why are you letting this stuff go on all these years? You didn't stop it. You didn't do anything about it.
It's not going to end up well for me and people like me. Like the fact that we own vaginas, it will not end up well.
Now, here's the thing. If I had to play the role, I probably would have to. If it made me getting put to death or something. but I would know the truth inside. I wouldn't believe it.
Like at the end, like let's think about this. Like I just want to say, like, if you're like, no, I would not, because that means that someone that has a different perspective than I do, that doesn't have the same, like, hey, this being is telling me I have to believe in it. And if they have a different experience, I get to dehumanize them and saying, like, well, you're not falling in line with this deity. So then we get to say, I'm better than somebody else.
Yeah,
that's what you're saying.
Oh,
that is what you're saying, because then they deserve divine punishment.
Yeah, I'll be the one that will have like a
I
secret
understand.
group
Well,
to bring him down
okay.
while I'm acting like I'm still on his side. But that's but I mean it doesn't really.
Anyway, I do have to
We have to
honey,
go. Yes.
I want you to hear, but we do have to wrap up the show. It has been 2 hours on. This show was only usually about an hour and a half, but please call back because
I'll
I
be
think
on the
there's
28th
definitely
if you want to talk to me.
definitely come back when she's back on the 28th, and I'm going to be on Critical Call at some point with AJ in the future too, so you can reach us over there too. You are also welcome to come on and guest onto my show. If you would love to come on Free Thinkers Fireside, you can be the Free Thinker
and we can be together on her show, and we can have a group discussion about why you think these things are true.
Anyway, I would honey, we're gonna say goodnight. And please, thank you so much. But please call back. All right, sweetheart.
Awesome. Thank y'all so much for your time, and have a blessed rest of your night.
Thank you for calling.
You take care, honey, and all the wonderful things to you.
Yes. Thanks for calling.
All right. So anyway, thank you so much for everybody that was here. Hey, my wonderful friend, Troy is Queen. We're gonna show you stuff, but first, I would like to thank our wonderful patrons that to help us support everything we do on this channel. Karen Butcher, Logan Fisher, Amanda McLeod, Ryan, Dan D, the Bible says what?
I love that name.
Caldro, Victor, and Kelly King. This wonderful, beautiful lady right here.
I'm a patron.
Patrons include more patrons. Karen Butcher, Logan Fisher.
No, that's the same thing over again.
Ryan, cool. Thank you. Okay, so thank you to our amazing YouTube members. So shout out to Ann Stevens, 9631, Robin Webster, 1968, Yay Hooligan, Scientific Origins, and Gene Spliced. So I'm thinking, and also thinking of those wonderful people over there. And thank you to Wes, Bree, Carl, Kelly, Ember, and Michael. Woo! And also thank you to our amazing volunteers. And also, if you want to volunteer, you want to go to skeptichaven@gmail.com and offer to volunteer, and we will find a space for you. So please help out. We need help with producing, video editing, doing shorts, social media promotion, and things like that. Also too, this is a whole bunch of stuff. Also as well that you can consume. Life After Faith on Wednesdays at 7 p.m. Central. Critical Call, hosted by AJ. Life After Faith is hosted by Drew Bacus.
Yes.
Also, Friday, 4 p.m. the Decommercial with Alan and Elliot. And the Thought Experiment on Fridays at 7 p.m. Eastern. The debate show every 2 weeks. And Let's Talk is here every Sunday, 7 p.m. Central. So please, just like and subscribe. Yes. And share. Also, as well, I would like to thank my wonderful friend, Kelly.
I think
the Detroit Atheist Queen. Please, hey, where can people find you? And hey, what are we promoting? Tell the people.
Well, you can find me, Black Non-Believers. I'm always there. But my own channel, Detroit Atheist Queen. And you can find me in behind the scenes here as well. I'm trying to be everywhere.
Also, what do you have coming up? Who's going to be on your show?
Derek C. I'm wrong with the names. I'm not even going to try to pronounce his name. He's going to be on my show Saturday afternoon, 1 p.m. I love it.
Also, you and I are going to do it.
Yes, we're going to hang out together.
And Miss Kelly are doing a fundraiser. If you want to win one of 2 tickets to the Revival Reason, you will turn into me and this business show, or you're going to go to Black Non-Believers channel. And what you're going to do is you are going to subscribe to all 3 channels. And then what you're going to do is you're going to enter me during our live stream between 5:30 p.m. Eastern to 7:30 p.m. Eastern. And we're going to have wonderful people stop by and we're going to do a thing and we're going to do a fundraiser and you're going to do that. So you're going to do that. And also, on top of subscribing to this wonderful channel that is hosted me and this beautiful lady right here. So you're going to do all of that too. Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm everywhere within on Monday. Bad Science Sunday, we're doing a safety talk. Then I'm going to do the live stream with you, and then I'm going to go with RFR, and we're going to be talking about trauma. So I'm doing 3 shows one day. Join me.
Southern Rarity Elliot is going to be on my show this Thursday.
Yes,
so
yes,
that'll be
yes,
on my
yes,
show,
yes.
7 p.m. Eastern,
Yes.
over on Free Thinker Fireside. Thank you so much, Skeptic Haven, having us tonight. And I want to say
thank you.
Au revoir.
Au revoir. Sound of music.
Au revoir.
This is Skeptic Haven. Let's talk.